Field, Edenmore Branch, Dublin North East. Deputy Sean Kenny to move.
Thank you, Chairman. Sean Kenny, TD, Airfield, Edenmore Branch, Dublin North East. Delegates, what happened in Priory Hall, in my view, represents the worst regulatory planning failure in the history of the state. It happened at the height of the developer-driven property bubble. It shows how completely ineffective the self-certification planning compliance process and the building control regulations enforcement became during that period. These need to be changed immediately by legislation. The chicanery of the developer in Priory Hall is an absolute scandal, and all the more so as to date he would appear to have been able to walk away almost scot-free. The developer led the residents on a merry dance for a number of years and then had himself declared bankrupt in the UK. The lender to the developer was the former Irish Nationwide Building Society, which then became part of the Anglo-Irish Bank and is now part of the IBRC. The state, you and I, now hold the loans for that developer. Yesterday, the Priory Hall homeowners were 6 months out of their homes, and as my colleague said, they are now living in rented NAMA accommodation. Their ongoing battle with Dublin City Council, the Planning Authority, continues, and their battle with the various lending institutions also continue. They are looking to government for help to find a solution. A number of practical long-term solutions have been proposed for consideration. Firstly, that a mortgage transfer to an alternative property for each homeowner choosing to do so be facilitated. This could be done either to a NAMA property or to an existing repossessed property on the books of the individual homeowner's mortgage provider. While the mechanics of this would obviously need to be worked out in more detail, it would appear to be a common-sense solution. Secondly, Dublin City Council could come to an arrangement with the mortgage providers to acquire all of the properties in Priory Hall and for the banks to write off the remaining balances of the mortgage. I would argue that this would be an equitable solution in that all parties would have to take some pain. For these or for any other solutions to work, it would require the support of government. I wish to thank the Taoiseach, Eamon Gilmore, and Minister for Housing, John O'Sullivan, for meeting the residents in recent months and for carefully listening to their concerns. What the homeowners in Priory Hall are asking for is it's a fundamental human right, the right to live in a safe home. It must be borne in mind that they purchased their homes in good faith and still have an average of 28 years left on their mortgages and approximately €250,000 of outstanding mortgage debt to discharge.
Sean, could you conclude, please?
I will. Although they are now legally prohibited from living in their homes, I would ask conference to support the motion. Thank you, delegates.
Formally seconded.